Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Naija virtual hangout, the Nigerian meetup. This is part of the Community Spotlight Week, and we've been taking over this past week from the 17th to the 23rd. And so we just thought to wrap things up with a virtual meetup so that y'all can get to know our community can get to know you, and we can just interact with each other and just play with everything Nigeria, from get to know our people, listen to music, play some games. Now, today's meetup is co-hosted by myself, Chinonso, and the lovely Udoka. Hello, Udoka.
Hi, hello.
I'm looking forward to hosting this with you. So I'll take some segments, you'll take some segments, and
Yeah.
it's a for informal, just be free, enjoy yourself. And again, by the end of this meetup, hopefully you learn a little something, or at least take something home with you. So again, thank you all for joining, and we'll get started. So let's just go, we'll just get started. Introduce ourselves and tell us maybe one thing you know about Nigeria. Now, if you're Nigerians, tell us something interesting that it's deeper, that you know what most people may not know. But we'll go around and tell us something you learned about Nigeria. So I'll go first. My name is Shinan So, and something I learned about Nigeria. Well, this is okay for those. The first site of oil, I think oil in Southeast, if not the whole country, was found in my state, Imo State. A lot of people really don't know that. They think it's in river states. Who's next? Some of us are smiling. So just introduce yourself and any fun facts you know or anything you know about Nigeria.
Okay, so let me go. Um, so surprisingly, Nigeria has the largest species of butterflies in a particular location located in Calabar.
Really?
So it's something that a lot of people don't know. Yeah.
That's so interesting. Where do all these butterflies are? I know where all these butterflies, right?
I have no idea. That is very good fun fact.
What do you say,
So
Onome?
there's these pristine forest in Calabar, right? So
Mm.
it's a United Nations designated site. So because it's protected for over a long time, many of those species tend to leave, and the data collected over time shows that these butterflies are various species that cannot be found in other countries because of its peculiarity. So that's why we have that kind of number of butterflies in a place.
Wow, that's a cool fact. Yay, butterflies! Thank you, Emeka. Is anyone else?
Okay, so I'll go next. My name is Udoka, and one of my favorite things about Nigeria that I wouldn't say found out about, but so I work with Asians, and one of those random conversations we're talking about names of their name. And I realized that with us Nigerians, like talk about myself and my family, everybody in my family, their name has a meaning. So it's either a meaning due to the circumstances of their birth or a name whereby, okay, I'm prophesying into your life. But because I just found out that some of my Asian colleagues, they just have names. Some of them don't have meaning to their name. I don't know if it's just Nigerians that have meaning to their name, but I found that very, very interesting.
Did you say names?
Yes, names. Like for example, now my name is Udokama. Peace is better. And the story is that I was named that because they felt like my being born is bringing peace to the family.
Mm. Okay, thank you for sharing. All right, if anyone wants to, does anyone wants to tell us a little fun facts? Well, in the meantime, while you're thinking, so I'll still give a couple more minutes for anyone, but this is how today is gonna run. So we started out with introduction. We're gonna talk about things we know about Nigeria, which is what we're doing now, and so we're gonna segue into listen to some jams. Udoka is gonna take us through that aspect. Then we're gonna do some shout outs, and we'll get a chance to share some of our travel stories. So if you've traveled around Nigeria, or you've been to Nigeria, you can share your travel stories, or if you haven't traveled to Nigeria or been to Nigeria, maybe you can also share your experiences. Maybe if you know any Nigerians or you've been to any Nigerian restaurants, you can shed some light. And then we're gonna wrap up with any questions and answers you may have for us. So if Udoka and I don't answer the questions, we can also throw it back up. So again, it's very just getting to know our culture, our people, and also sharing about our experiences. So again, thank you all for joining. And those who just recently joined, we are being recorded and live streamed. All right. So is there any few more? I'll take maybe just one more minute if anybody wants to share anything else.
Yeah, I don't mind going next. Is that okay?
Okay.
Yeah. So
No, that's okay.
I'm Adrian. I'm the honorary Nigerian here, I guess. I'm not from Nigeria.
Yes.
I'm not from Nigeria. I'm here to learn all about Nigeria. So I'm really thrilled and excited to be here. And I want to know more about your beautiful country. I did do a quick Google search. You can tell me whether how true this is or not. Nigeria is said to be the most populous country in Africa and the 7th most populous in the world. It is the 3rd largest film industry after Hollywood and Bollywood. And you call your film industry Nollywood? I don't know about that,
Yep.
but that's what I'm seeing on Google
No,
search.
that's true. That's true.
Okay. Linguistic diversity, there's over 500 indigenous languages spoken. So it's like super diverse in Nigeria. And it says here, this is the most random fact ever that's on Google search. The town of Igboora is known as the home of twins, as the area has the world's highest rate of twin births. So that is probably the most random piece of information I've seen on the internet for a while. But yeah, that's basically my contribution to this discussion at the moment.
No, that's good. I think that was pretty good. That was pretty honorary Nigerian. Okay, we like that. We like that. Here, you should give you a plate of jollof rice or one of our soups and swallow. And also, okay, so thank you so much for sharing. All right, so we're going to move on to some music. Udoka, are you ready for us?
Yes, yes, yes.
Thanks
yes,
for
I
joining,
am.
Master. Hello, Ogechi.
Oh, do I have the mic?
Oh, okay, Silas. Yes, you can go.
Yes. Chinonso, thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity once again. My brother over there, Emeka, I greet you. Thanks. Patrick, I greet you. Udoka, I see all of you. My friend had just spoken a minute ago about Nigeria that he has really run a search briefly. Yeah, so many things he mentioned there. They are the things we really enjoy. That he made mention of the languages there. As you can see, all of us on the platforms here, we have our own dialects in the country. I agree with him totally. And though we live for years and we understand ourselves, there are some cultures, some places you go, you will really love to be there. Well, as you said, we are a type of people that love each other as well. Like for where I come from, I'm in Nigeria, born and brought up here from Benue State, North Central, that is middle belt of Nigeria. And where I was born, particularly Katsina, maybe you Google about the place, we are a type of farmers, we are peasant farmers, but we try to, feed ourselves and also with what we have from the place. So it's a place, if you can visit, you see so many things that you as a person will love to associate with. As times goes on, maybe we'll be talking about other things as well. Thank you. Let me use the mic.
Thank you, Silas. Thank you. Our very proud Nigerian. I love that. Thank you so much all for sharing so far. And again, you have more times to share. We'll have more time to learn in the little short time that we have. But I think now I'm going to hand over to Udoka to take us through some themes.
Yeah, so the next thing that we're moving to is discussion around Nigerian music. Because everybody can see how big Nigerian music has gotten to right now with the level that it's in. And more people even want to know about Nigeria because of our music. I mean, we have a number of things that people want to talk about, but Afrobeats, from like a year ago, 2 years ago, Afrobeat has pretty much changed a number of things for Nigeria. So we're going to be taking a look at some songs. I'm sure a number of people have like their favorite genre of Nigerian music. We have different genre. Even though Afrobeat is like the reigning thing right now, but there are other types of music. There's Fuji, there is Juju music, there's Akbala. There's so much with Nigerian music right now. So I'm thinking right now, let's take a look at maybe say some of your favorite songs right now, some of your favorite Nigerian music. So anybody that wants to go can share like their favorite Nigerian music right now.
Are we requesting a song?
I mean, we'll request a song at some point, but I just want to know, like, I know Afrobeat is like the reigning thing, but I wanted to know if every person has like different genres that they like aside Afrobeat music. Okay, Emeka, you want to share with us?
Okay, I think Emeka raised his hand. Oh,
Okay,
sorry.
Yes.
so yeah, so okay, let me go. I love music a lot. All forms of music, as long as it's good to the ears. Yeah. And when I was growing up, I was listening to country music, um, Don Williams, ABBA, all those stuff our parents love, right?
Yeah.
So then going to school, like high school, so I got involved into rap. I was rapping. Then, we used to have competition in school in class. After classes, we start rapping, those stuff. At the point, I wanted to even go into rapping, but I was like, oh wow, my dad would kill me. So, yeah, Nigerian music, we've come a long way from high life to juju to all forms of music, And one thing I loved about our musical journey is that some of the top artists were conversant with instruments. People like Fela, Ebenezer Obey, Oliver the Cook, Oriental Brothers. They were good with musical instruments. I think that's what differentiated their music from other local artists. And currently we're into Afrobeats. And personally, I don't like to get into that top three thing.
The big three.
Burna Boy, and and but I think each of them at a point they give us something we love. I like how they bring in local content. They try to represent their areas. Somebody like Whiskey. I love do the instruments, the song, the story behind the whole stuff. And I like the way the video carries his music thing around, um, blending it with charity and all those stuff. And I love to see him perform maybe in Atlanta or Canada or elsewhere. Then Burna Boy came up with, I think he's having a very good management team that can take him anywhere in the world and he can perform. So I'm happy to see Nigerian artists going global. And, trying to sell the world our Afrobeats. So that's it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so but I noticed what you did there. Very diplomatic. I love how you touched on the entire big three. You don't want any problem. You don't want to pick no one person. Okay, but we're going to listen to a bit of music. So I mean, if we can just go around, tell me your favorite song at the moment, Nigerian music, and we'll just play short snippets of the song that you're feeling right now. Patrick, can you share now? Or okay, Chinoso, okay,
Yeah,
it's
hi.
coming on now. So what song are
Okay,
you
yeah,
feeling
okay.
right now?
Okay, then I'll just play The Land is Green by Asha. The Land is Green by,
T.Y. Bello.
yeah, T.Y. Bello, yes.
That is The Land is Green. Okay, that is I like that one. That one is very, very Nigerian. That one is such a Nigerian song. Okay, coming up right now. That's if anybody remembers this song though. Clouds go away. On the rose of the earth, season's just beginning. Sunlight rises, clouds make way. For the pouring of my blessing, I will not be afraid. I see it now, I understand, I know. So I embrace it and in the rain, it's for my seed to grow. Never heard this one. Every seed I've sown, Lord of the harvest moves. I'm bringing back a hundredfold. The land is green, it's green. Oh, oh. The land is green, it's green. Can't you see? The harvest is ready. Lord of the harvest told me so. It's green, it's green. Okay.
That's beautiful. I see Adrian
Yeah.
nodding his head and shaking to the music too.
So that was
Mhm.
Green by T.Y. Bello. And I remember when that song came out, I think that was a song that was encouraging people and just showing the beauty of what Nigeria is to people. So I really like that one. That's a very good starter. The next song that we have is Levels by Flavor. This one was requested by Chinonso. Hey. So one of my favorite things about Nigerian music, like what we just heard, the use of instruments is how you can always hear that instrument, and I really, really love it. So the next one we're looking at is Ojo Elegba by Wizkid. Some people will actually argue that Wizkid pretty much changed Nigerian music. So this is Ojo Elegba by Wizkid. So I know that a few months ago they celebrated 10 years of Ojo Elegba going global. So I know Spotify was doing something honoring Wizkid for that because he has made like very, very good. He has really been involved, really, in making sure that Afrobeats goes to the world. So this is Ojo Elegba coming up next by Wizkid.
My people suffer. Them they pray for blessing. Pray for my people. Them they pray for blessing. Pray for better living.
So that was Ojuelegba by Wizkid. And one of my favorite things about that song is the words that were said in the song. Some of them are like prayers, hoping for a better tomorrow. Even though like I started from Ojuelegba, it doesn't mean like that's where I'm going to be. But there's an interesting question. So Adrian dropped a very interesting question. So I'm going to read it. Anybody that wants to answer can answer. And the question is, how would you describe Afrobeats for someone like me, that is like Adrian, who is unfamiliar with that genre? How would you describe Afrobeat? If you have to describe Afrobeats, how would you describe it? Can anybody help with that one? So I threw the question because I just realized even me, as much as I know the genre, because every now and then the sound changes because we're getting a lot of Afrofusion happen nowadays. Okay, but Onome, do you want to try to answer the question?
Yes, I would
Okay.
want to say that Afrobeat is a fusion of um, our traditional instruments
Mm,
along with traditional style of delivering music, as
mm-hmm.
well as elements from other cultures outside of Nigeria. We tend to fuse what we have with what other people have. I know sometimes we might um, take on a bit of Ghanaian,
Mm,
sometimes a bit of South African influence, sometimes a bit of Ugandan influence, and or even sometimes we take on the regular R&B or rap music influence, and then fuse it with our own traditional style of delivering music, as well as
mm,
our cultural lyrics, our cultural instruments, and all of that. And Afrobeat is um, generally taken more usually in the direction of entertainment, purely entertainment. Entertainment with songs that are meant to get you up off your feet and make you dance. Songs
mm,
that give you lyrics that you would remember even long after the songs are done playing. So is Afrobeat is a very huge melting pot of lots of different things.
mm. All right, thank you very much, Onome. And I think what's really stuck out for me is saying the fact that because I feel like where we are right now with Afrobeats is that fusion whereby Afrobeat allows you to do that and other things. So you can do Afrobeats and other things. And she mentioned instruments. For example, I know there's a new genre called Oja Piano. And Oja
Hmm.
piano is pretty much Amapiano and Oja. So Oja is a musical instrument in the East. I know that is carved out from wood, right? And so everybody gets to be part of Afrobeats pretty much. There's Afro fusion, there's Afro house, that's house music and Afro. There is alternate music. So pretty much Afrobeat is very, I don't know, it's very accommodating. Let me just put it like that. But I think the time for music has run out. So Chinonso, you're taking over, right?
Yes, thank you so much for a wonderful segment. I like the jamming. The first song reminded me like I was on the beach. I don't know if you all felt that when I was just like the cool breeze. I almost wanted to like have a drink in my hand and just be relaxing, like a cup of something. But thank you so much, Udoka, for that. All right, so basically, next, we're just going to highlight some of the things I think that the amazing things that's been done in our community, and if I miss anything, definitely touch on. So, again, a little about the Nigerian community. You know, we have just a great community overall. I think we have very diverse individuals. We have individuals doing amazing things, whether it's from in the road mapping aspect, whether it's connect moderators, whether it's even with crowdsource. I think whenever something is presented to our country, one thing I love is that Nigerians, we really like take it on and like go full on with it. We're always willing to be open and say, yes, we'll try something. And then there's always like one or two of us that wants to spearhead something or that wants to, be on like the lead on it. So I love that we're just a strong community. Even though many of our population, there are many local guides in Lagos. For those who don't know, Lagos used to be the capital of Nigeria, but Abuja is the capital of Nigeria now. We're still recognized communities. There's communities I know there's a couple in Enugu. There's one or two there's some in Akwa Ibom, not Akwa Ibom, Anambra, some in Imo State. So we're just an update. We're trying to build and reach out to build more communities in different cities, even though we have some. Oh, of course, can't forget Abuja. So again, I know in the past we've had different summits, like there's been official Google events here in Nigeria several years ago. And then there's also been some really, really cool events meetups that's been planned. I know I think, I'm not sure if it was you, Silas or Sajir, but somebody planned like a chocolate meetup a couple of years ago, which till now in the Abuja community, it's still one of the coolest meetup where they took them to, I think, a chocolate making location, and they plan a meetup. Another one is there's been a couple of people who have, I think, traveled interstates for meetups. So I think in general, our community is definitely growing. I would say we're growing. We have a good base, but we're also growing. And then we have members who are just they're always recruiting people and always bringing people in. So I think Emeka highlighted some of the faces in his article on Thursday, some of the key faces and notable faces. But I just wanted to do a quick shout out to the Nigerian community, the amazing work we're doing. You've definitely seen a Nigerian and local guide somewhere, if you haven't, by now I'm sure you have with this week. So thank you to our beautiful community for just doing what we can. And again, just keep growing, keep supporting, and also keep reaching out. Keep connecting, not just with us, but with other people in the community. And I think one thing I love is that our community is so welcoming to new people. So anytime someone joins or asks a question, nobody makes them feel like, they're newbies or they can't act. Like everybody feels free to ask questions. So I think it's a very friendly community, that I'll say. So just a little quick shout outs, but we're going to go back. We're going to go back to Udoka, and who's going to take us to our next segment. But is there anything I missed? Is there anybody that wants to say anything regarding what I've said? Okay, so what we're going to do is now we're going to hear about our different travels. So just start thinking about if you have any travels, you've traveled around Nigeria or you've had any experiences, maybe visiting your local Nigerian restaurant. This is a chance where we're going to hear from you all. So each person is going to get a chance. And I'm kind of taking over. Udoka, are you? I'm kind of handing it off to her. So she's going to lead this one. And so, okay.
Okay, so like she mentioned, we're going to talk about our different travels in Nigeria. But before we even go to Nigerian local guides that have gone to different places in Nigeria, I want to ask people that are not Nigerian, like Adrian, have you ever come to Nigeria before?
Nope.
Okay. Is there any other person that is not Nigerian that has maybe visited or not visited? Okay, no response. But so do you want to come and visit Nigeria? And where have you head off? Where are you thinking is the first place you want to go to?
I think it'll be amazing to go to Nigeria. I think it's a very different country and a different experience. I'm hoping it's not too hot because I don't survive the hot weather too much. so but if it's hot and dry, it's okay. Hot and humid, I might just be melting constantly. So
So you just have to make sure you find out the season and the time. So I know that other countries have like say 4 seasons. We pretty much just have rainy season and dry season, right? Am I right? I'm right, guys. So you just need to make sure that you want to come when it's say rainy season, when the weather is more friendly for you. Now that being said, we'll all talk about our different travels here in Nigeria. Maybe talk about the different places we've gone to. So if you're looking out for something, so let me start with I've not really done much travel. I've gone to Abuja. Abuja is the capital of Nigeria, and it was fun. They have good roads, and that's so nice. And I'm saying that from somebody who lives in Lagos. So Lagos is like one of the most talked about places in Nigeria. I was born and bred in Lagos, but I've gone to a few places. So because of National Youth Service Corps, now that's a compulsory 1 year after university in Nigeria, where you go somewhere to another state to learn about them, right? So I served in Ekiti, and Ekiti was nice for me. They were very, very accommodating people. Anybody that loves pounded yam knows that Ekiti, pounded yam, you get a lot of that there. I also stayed in Owerri for a few years. That was also fun. Now, Owerri is the place whereby if you want any fresh soup of your choice, you don't need to have too much money. You're going to enjoy yourself. You can be very, very sure of that. Then I come from the south. I come from Delta State, and Delta State is known for its oil and all of that good stuff. So those are pretty much the places that I've gone to. I know Chinonso has been to Owerri, right? Oh, you're
Yeah,
based
I
in
live in Owerri.
Aha. So I saw the Owerri well, did I? So what, tell us more.
And
Because I'm
Emeka
sure
is here
there's
as
more.
well, while he's in Imo State. Not to put your business out there.
So, but yeah, so you can tell us about any other travels you've done in Nigeria and the places that stood out for you.
Okay, so when you said Ekiti, have you been to Ikogosi Warm Spring?
See, I'm so ashamed of myself. I never went. I'm so ashamed. I'm so ashamed of myself. I need to correct that. Next year is my year of going everywhere. Next year, I'm going everywhere. I'm doing everything. I'm getting on a train. I'm going to Olumo Rock. I'm doing everything next year. Don't worry, I'll correct this mistake that I did during my service here.
Okay. Oh my God. It's okay. Well, before I go, because I just saw Sajir said he's been to 31 out of 36
31
states.
states. That's huge. That is actually huge. 31 states. Wow. I mean, tell us about your experience, Sajir. Tell us about it.
Hi, Udoka and
Hello.
Adrian. Chinonso, Ayu, Nome, Emeka, and Maxi. I can't call everyone, but don't mind me. I'm a northerner that doesn't know the north. Even the 5 states that I'm missing are all in the northern part of the country where I came from. But I've been to almost every corner in the south, southeast, and the southwest. So I'm a workaholic. I love traveling. I even travel on my own. I'm not just traveling to explore. I travel like Adrian, like adventurer, not a tourist. You know, there are two differences between tourist and adventurer.
Yeah.
Tourists visited only the famous places, while adventurers go to the locals and to the nitty-gritty of the places. So that's who I am, and that's my own. Despite that, I'm a very, very busy, scheduled guy. That's my own. Actually, if you're talking about food, when you talk of the local foods, I will give it to the southern part of the country, though the northern part we have much, but in terms of variety, we have more in the southern, whereby, as you mentioned, pounded yam in Ekiti, I can tell Equity.
Sajay? Oh, I don't know.
It's a great combo.
Can you hear us, Sajay?
Hello.
Couldn't hear you for a second. Okay, go ahead.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear
I
you now.
say pounded yam and egusi or eforiro is a great combo to have. And if you are in the south, I would say idikaiko, white soup, apang, banga from the delta you come from.
Yes.
So all those are great foods. And in the north, we have Frade Nono. Adrian, I would advise you come to the northern parts of the country, especially between November to January. That's the best time to visit the northern part. You will love that. You will love that. So that's all I can say. Let me not take much of the time. Thanks for having me.
All right, thank you. So Emeka said he has been to 21 states. I mean, you guys are giving me a run for my money. What am I doing?
Right?
Next year I need to move. What's all this? I've only been to 5 places in my life. So Emeka, tell us about your own travel experience. Emeka, oh, maybe he cannot speak. Okay, Ogechi also has been, I've done 30, but Cross River remains my best. But Ogechi, can you talk now? Do you want to share your experience?
Okay, there, Udo. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Nature of job I do, I'm an auditor.
Okay.
So
I don't know if he's having network issues.
Takes me around the nation.
Okay.
In fact, it was out of frustration when I was transferred to Abakaliki that I joined the local guide, and that was really a. Can you hear me?
So we keep losing you.
Hello?
Okay, but somebody is
Can you hear me,
suggesting
Udo?
if you turn off. Okay, so Adrian is suggesting
Hello?
if you turn off your video, it might help with the network. So can you turn off your video?
Can
So
you hear
that
me?
the audio? Yes, it's better now. We can hear you.
Okay, like I said, the nature of job I do takes me around the country. In fact, that was what inspired me to join the local guide. And one interesting thing about Nigeria is that we have beautiful landscapes. And the state that captured my attention most was River State. Because the moment the aircraft is descending, you begin to see wonderful green vegetation that you feel like, oh, and just jump into this vegetation.
Okay.
Then my from Calabar to Budukato Ranch was the highest of it all. I have to drive through the spaghetti road, ascending the hill, and got to that place. Adrian, if you want to come to an area that is very cool all the time, come to Budukato Ranch. You'll be sleeping, the cloud will come and meet you. You cannot survive in any room on that Budukato Ranch without heater. So that place is just on a world of its own. And when they serve me traditional edikaiko, I can tell you, it's like I should just stay there permanently. But I tell you, Nigeria is a beautiful country. All the places I've been to, there is always something to celebrate. Give me a billion, I will not leave this country called Nigeria. I'm telling you. So it's a wonderful place to be. This is my place to be. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all.
All right, thank you, Ogechi. Emeka, do you want to share? So Emeka has been to 20 plus states in Nigeria, out of our 36 states. Do you want to share your experience?
Okay, thank you, Doka. So while growing up, my dad moved around a lot. His work, construction took him to several parts of the country. So most times we're moving with him, right? Especially in the north. But there's something I just want us to know. Nigeria, like Ogechi said, Nigeria is beautiful. There are so many places that we need to go to that we've never been to. I mean, if there's a place called Gashaka Gumti, very beautiful place, marvelous. In fact, part of the mountain is now within the WWF reserved area. I wish we could go to places like that as local guides. Then you have you have places in Bauchi Yankari Game Reserve. Then Ogechi talked about Obudu. You know, from Obudu in the south down up to Taraba is a mountainous area that joins Cameroon. a very lovely place. I wish some people could do a drone view about that place and you can see how beautiful Nigeria is. And something that I would like to add, Jos Plateau is another beautiful place. You know, so many beautiful places in Nigeria. Then you come to the south. Um, talk about Delta. There's this beautiful river in Delta that is crystal clear. You know, a lot of people haven't been there or haven't explored it. We talk about caves. You know, I've been to Kanu, Kaduna, Sokoto, Kebbi, Katsina, Kwara, Abuja, Lagos, Ogun, Ekiti, Oshun. You know, then most part, in fact, all these south, southeast, south states, I've been there except for Bayelsa. So Nigeria is a very beautiful place. And the highest point in Nigeria, maybe many of us don't know, is called the Chapa Wadi. So it's the highest point in Nigeria. So you could check it out and also learn more about those places. So the eastern region of Nigeria, from the north to the south, eastern corner, are mountainous area that are very beautiful. So that's my little contribution. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Emeka. Um, Silas is saying, okay, Silas is saying there are so many places to visit, but the challenge now is the insecurity. The roads are not really safe per se. Okay. I don't want to specify, but which state is that? Which state is the absolute best in your opinion? Do we really want to answer that? Do we want
No.
to do that? Adrian, do you want to start a fight? Do you? But before we leave our travels, with the different travels that you've done, so I know, Emeka, I know you are Igbo, but have you been able to learn any of the languages from the different states that you visited in Nigeria? Looking at the fact that we have over 500 ethnic groups.
Yes, actually, I speak some Hausa and Yoruba. In fact, while I was growing up, I schooled in the north. So basically, Hausa was a compulsory language, right? So sometimes we would join in the religious Muslim prayers. We say them in Arabic, you know. So yeah, I do speak Hausa, and sometimes when I speak Hausa with my friends, people were like, really, I didn't know this guy is. I thought this guy was like a Fulani or something. So a lot of people don't get to know that I'm Igbo, right?
Yeah.
Except they hear my name or they, yeah. So I get that a lot. Then Yoruba, yes, I do understand Yoruba. I schooled partly in Lagos. JS3, I left. They came back again, did primary school a bit to the north, to the south. I think it's just of recent that I moved to the east, you know, during my university education, actually. So part of my life was north and east. So yes, I do speak Hausa and Yoruba, and of course, Igbo language.
Very nice. So I do hear, so my sister schooled in the north, and I know that she learned a bit of Hausa. And I do know, I've seen it in practice, that when she speaks Hausa to them, she's able to get extra. So if she's buying something like two pieces of something, so there's something called Jara. Jara in Nigeria is give me extra. Yeah.
Yes. So
I know
there's
that.
Jara and there's Fisi. In Yoruba, it's called Fisi, right?
No, Jara. Which one? I think Jara is Yoruba. Abi?
Fisi.
Fisi and Jara.
Fisi.
Oh, that means I'm confusing. But Jara and Fisi pretty much means give me extra. So I know that with the Northerners, if you speak Hausa to them, they love it when you speak Hausa and you're not Hausa.
Now.
So I know that they give you extra. So for a second, I wanted to learn how to speak Hausa, but I really did not try. It just didn't work. Adrian has a question here, and he says, what is it? Okay, he says best for living. Which is the best balance of city living, country living, good vibes, and affordable? Does anybody want to answer that as I hand over to Chinonso?
Okay, I would say something because there's a place called, and I don't know, y'all can like, this can be controversial, but there's a place called Uyo in Akwa Ibom. I went there, and so the way you just what you're asking, Adrian, I think I just went there for a couple of weekends. So I mean, I think there are different ones that's best for everything, but that city for me, when I went there, it was just so peaceful, so bad. But I haven't lived there, so I can't say for living, but I just know it's very affordable, great vibes, and people were wonderful. But I think honestly, I would say every city, but there's so many cities, obviously, like now when you're hearing of Dirty December, there are places that a lot of people
Lagos.
go. So everyone's going to Lagos this Christmas.
Yes.
And then a lot of like the different tribes. I know, for example, it's a big thing for like for my tribe that we all return back to the southeast. So a lot of people, so like a lot of people around this time, they go to Lagos, like maybe a week before Christmas, or like, a week after, like the week leading up, and then they come home,
Yes.
And there's also, for those who are not Nigeria, there's also something we do. We say, we call it like your father's land. So like usually when they say where you're from, just I don't know what made me think of this. I think I thought of living. When you say, oh, where are you from? You kind of say where it may not necessarily be where you were born from, right? But it's like where your father's land is, where your village is. So
Yeah.
but yeah, your question, I don't know if we can anyone, I feel like someone should give him a specific answer, because that's just I don't know.
I don't know. But I think a lot of people will argue that Lagos is what gives you a good balance. Because with Lagos, you can get the Dirty December. You can also get, if you want to go local, there's some places in Lagos you can go local. If you want quiet, you can get that. So I feel like Lagos may give you a blend of everything. Then it's up to you to now choose, oh, this is too much for me, so I'm going to avoid that area and stay in this area. I mean, I've heard of places like Uyo as well as Calabar as very peaceful, quiet. But if you want more than peaceful and quiet, then you probably want to come to Lagos where all the noise happens. So it depends on what you really want, really, that can help decide, oh, this is the place to go or that's the place to go. Yeah, but we're done with our different travels around Nigeria. Handing over back to Chinonso.
Thank you, Udilka. That was wonderful. Your segments are just wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for y'all for sharing the picture. So we only have 10 minutes, and in this 10 minutes, we're gonna do a couple of things. So we'll definitely at some point take a group picture. I also want to ask like a Q&A. We kind of switch things up since there are more of us. I think at some point, I'm just gonna throw this out there, but at some point, I think one of the plans, like now that we've started this community spotlight week, I don't know if it's something you want to do every year, or if it's just specifically for this 10 years of Local Guide, Adrian. But it'll be great. I think since we're here, it will be great if we can have like a nationwide meetup, at least in Nigeria. It would be great. I don't know how we can get started on that, but I'm just throwing it out there. So I actually wanted, the initial plan was for us to spend the last 10, 15 minutes to see how we can plan it. But I think it's something that would require more discussion offline and within the community. But just putting it out there. So if anybody wants to take it up, or anyone wants to start, let's having that discussion. It would be great to have, like, even if it's sometime end of next year, at least we can plan something for ourselves. And then by the grace of God, who knows where the next Connect Live will be? Hopefully it's Nigeria, fingers crossed, but who knows? But so the last 10 minutes, or we have 9 minutes left. Again, thank you all so much for joining. I'm gonna throw out a quick questions, and let's see how well you know Nigeria. We're gonna ask a quiz. So really quick one. What is the color? What are the colors? So the Nigerian flag is green, white, green, right? Green, white, and green. What does the color symbolize? What does the green symbolize, and what does the white symbolize?
Correct me if I'm wrong. The green signifies vegetation, how fertile we are for vegetation, and the white signifies peace. I'm not very sure.
Yes, that's correct. That's correct. Now, Nigeria was named, the second one is Nigeria was named after what?
After the river Niger area.
Ding, 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 correct. Okay, so let's see. The Nigeria's internet country domain, like how you know it's our country domain, is how? What is the what is
NG.
dot .ng?
.ng.
.ng, yeah, exactly. So you know our official government website. Who is the current, and I need his full government name. Who is the current president of Nigeria? His full name.
Ashwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Correct. Are these questions too easy? Am I making it too easy?
You know, we just love our country so much, so we know these things. We just know it.
I love it. Okay, so let me see. How many regions does Nigeria have? And name them. Geopolitical regions.
6 region.
Okay, can you name them?
Yes. Northeast, Northwest, North Central, Southeast, Southwest, South. Ding ding.
You said like ding 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 for me.
Ding 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 ding.
Oh, my answer, that's why.
Wait, I love it. Okay, so let's see. I think I'm trying to see then. Okay. Which bridge is Africa's longest bridge? Name the bridge.
The third mainland
Third
bridge.
mainland. Third
Yes.
mainland. 5.8 kilometers situated in Lagos, spanning from Victoria Island to Lagos mainland.
Okay.
Ding
Okay, but
ding
it's-
ding 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 ding.
I know we need like a bell now. Ding 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 ding. Okay, and then when did Nigeria gain its independence? Officially.
Oh my God, 1st October.
What year?
1960.
Is it right, crowd?
Let me think about it. Let me
Right,
think about it. It's correct.
Okay. Woo! All right. You all are phenomenal. So again, you all are phenomenal. We have 5 more minutes. Thank you for participating so lively in our Q&A or trivia. All right. So basically what we've done
Yeah. Look at this. It's inside my car.
Yeah, I love that. Look at, oh my God, can everyone look at Nigeria's card? Like, that's a Nigerian flag. I love that.
It's next to me.
I love that. That
Inside
makes
my
me
car,
happy.
so I'm a true Nigerian. You can see.
No, it's true. Oh yeah,
I didn't open my video earlier because I was at the tennis court. I was playing tennis. Just going home now.
Mhm. Well, thank you, thank you. All right, so we've spent today, talking about introducing ourselves and what we know about Nigeria. We've listened to some Afro beats, and thank you for telling us about Oju Piano, Udoka. I didn't even know that little
You're
segment is
welcome.
starting. And so just getting some insights into that. We did a little shout out to the Nigerian community and some of the highlights we've been done. We've shared our different travel stories. So it's been a wealth of a variety of things we've done. And then you all just participated in a beautiful trivia question. So we're going to spend the next couple of minutes. We're going to take a picture. And then if anybody has any questions to throw up to the community, then you can have maybe a minute or 2 to ask. So for now, can everybody turn on their cameras? Turn on your videos, please.
This is for you, Adrian, and those that are outside Nigeria. Look at my.
Oh my gosh, yes.
That's fantastic.
I love that. Okay, so is that okay? Almost everybody, can you? Udoka, I think your camera is off, and Shama, and welcome everybody who joined and we didn't shout you out. Thank you so much for joining the Naija Virtual Hangout. Again, this is part of the Naija Community Spotlight Week, the initiative that coordinated or ran by Adrian. And so we've been spending this week basically sharing articles and different insights and different parts of our community. So this is to wrap up the week, and next week would be, I believe India is next week, right?
It is,
I
yes.
think India is next week. Yes, next week is India. So again, if everybody has their camera, we just have one more person. Shama, are you here with us? Okay, everyone smile. Okay, again. Thank you. All right. So does anyone want to ask one question? I think we only have time for one question.
I don't have a question.
If not, you all have been, yes.
But I'm super excited for your suggestion
Such
to
a
have
a great meetup.
nationwide meetup next year for Nigeria. I think that's an absolutely brilliant idea, and I really hope that you all can figure something out and get it working. So next year is
Right.
the Connect's 10th year birthday as well. So you can plan
Wow.
something around that, do a birthday party,
Mhm.
celebration of some sort. I do not know, but have a go at it. And I look forward to finding out how successful you are.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's a nice comment.
I have one question.
Yes, Silas.
When is Connect coming live to Nigeria? When are you once again? I
Right.
remember when
We'll keep our fingers crossed. We'll keep our fingers crossed. Very soon, hopefully. Fingers crossed. But in the meantime, I want to stick to the hour. Thank you so much for your contribution. Thank you so much for your time. And I hope you have a lovely rest of the weekend and a lovely, amazing week ahead. Have a lovely day, everybody. And again, thank you for joining us in this hangout.
Thank you
And
very much.
Thank you
Doka, for
very
being an
much.
amazing
Thank
co-host.
you.
Thank you.
I
Thank
enjoyed
you.
this
Thank
meetup, and
you.
I think we have 2 or 3 on-air personalities here. Udoka was very fluent with the microphone, as well as Chinonso. And I know Chinonso is an on-air person, and likewise Adrian. But I'm not sure of Udoka, but she did very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm a radio presenter.
Yes, Udoka is a professional OAP.
Right, she is. All right. Bye, everybody.
A huge thank you
Bye.
to all the Team Nigeria for doing this.
Bye.
I hope you had a fantastic time with Spotlight. So have a great time.
Yes.
And also just a shout out to Team India for next week and L'Equipe Francophone, which is a French-speaking team community. So there's 2 communities that's running next week. So do join in and support them as well for their Spotlight Week. Thank you so much, Team Nigeria, and thank you so much for this amazing meetup. It's fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you. Bye.
Bye.